two.
Say what?
I said thanks for holding. It should only be another minute or two.
All right, thanks. I can't barely hear you. You sound very low, sir.
I'm sorry, this is Thomas from Apple Support. Can I get your name?
Yeah, my name is Joshua Kelly.
And how can I assist you?
Yeah, I'm calling because I just finished speaking to Sherry, like the wine, as she say, and Sherry was telling me that she I mean like she basically making it out to seem like she can't see anything what I'm saying in the computer system. All she could see is that I called, and me calling is not what took place alone. You know, it was more so me calling, complaining about Apple demanding that I pay $28. I mean $21 and some change. So now that's for declined transactions, and that's unlawful. That's coercion. All right, and that violates 135.60 of the criminal penal law. All right, and that's unlawful here in New York. It violates the criminal penal law of New York. So I'm here in New York, and what she's doing is unlawful. And what everybody, I mean, not what she's doing, but what Ron did, and everything I described happened on April 5th was unlawful by Apple. So my count today, I explained my count today was overdraft by $28.81 after complaining about it on the 7th of April and 5th of April, and I have not gotten a solution to the problem yet. And Apple is stopping me now from making purchases, and that's what the injury is that I'm not able to make purchases without having to pay a fee. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is Apple to come and demand that I make payments for something that was declined, for transactions that was declined, and then stop me from making future payments and causing future injury, to whatever I feel like doing, my free will to buy and purchase on my phone. So that's straight up coercion, man. And
Definitely look into this. Can I get the email address associated with your Apple?
yeah, that would be King Champion 543 at gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. Sending you a verification request to your phone.
Okay, verification. I see it. Click confirm.
Did you make a purchase today?
Yes, I did. I'm glad you see that, and that's what I'm complaining about. A purchase that I made today for an amount of $4.99. That's what I authorized. I only authorized $4.99, and $5.43 was taken from my account. I did not authorize $28 in addition to the to the 543 or to the 4.99. So the 543 arose when I paid taxes allegedly. I don't even trust that because they've been stealing from my account since I started making payments with my my video game on my phone. That's none of nobody's business how much money I have, and if I'm making transactions or if I should be making transactions at all. So Apple obviously has the intention to stop me from making transactions because it keeps indicate taking money from my account and creating debts, invoices for me to pay unlawfully. That's wrong. And they did this on the 16th, and now they're doing it again. And they did it before. I mean, in between. So this is the third time Apple's doing this. So I need some assistance.
There was your adjustment.
Yeah, I need this removed from my account. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm notating the call. I'm going to get you transferred up to the supervisor in our billing department. Better explain what's been happening.
Yeah, so they tried to charge me for. It's obvious that they tried to charge me for that amount, but it's not even that amount. They charged me $28. I'm not saying that the $21 was to fly or okay. I'm okay, and I'm not okay in that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy for somebody to think that just because you decline my transactions, I gotta pay you for it. You got to be a sick individual. I don't know what you're thinking. If I grew up and my parents would charge each time a transaction was declined, we would be poor. All right, like poor, like we probably wouldn't even exist. All right, because we wouldn't have no money because America would have took it all. So who does Apple think they are to come and try to do such a thing? That's foul play, man. I don't think there's no explanation for that. My account
All right.
deserves a refund. So a brief hold for just a couple minutes.
Yes, sir.
How long you talking?
3 or 4 minutes.
All right, no problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Your advisor.
Say what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What you say?
I said thank you so much for holding. I do have Gail. She is a senior advisor.
Okay.
She's going to further assist you.
All right. Hello, Gail.
Hi. Be happy to assist you here and see what we can do to try to get your issues resolved for you.
All right.
And then did you have some questions on how our billing process actually works?
Gail, not really. To be honest with you, I already proved it. I already have the proof. Not only proof, I have the experience. Whereas my money was taken out of my account. I mean, yeah, my money was taken out of my account unlawfully today or earlier, and then I also have the proof from April 3rd showing the two transactions that Apple's claiming that I got resources for were declined. So there's no way I'm paying for declined transactions. I already expressed that on the 7th of April. I'm expressing it today again. I expressed it on the 5th of April. I am not paying for declined transactions. This is what Apple has done on the 16th of December, 14th of December, after declining my transactions, took money out my account, and then later on gave me a refund, and then claimed that the 16th I owed money for two transactions that were declined. Just the same way today, they're taking money for two transactions that were declined. all right, and claimed on the 5th and the 7th of April that I owed money for those transactions, the client transactions, and they're taking. I mean, they won't be able to do anything for me or won't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Until I pay that. I won't be able to make no purchases. Okay, so they threatened me not to be able to make purchases, and that's long behold what my situation been. I wasn't able to. I came here on last week to update my payment information because I wasn't able to do it on my own when I was given my card. And on that day, I wasn't. I came into the Apple Store, still wasn't able to upload my phone. I mean, my card on my phone. So that is a big issue. Now I'm not able to make purchases. So they're interfering with my right to contract with my bank as far as um, uh, overdrafting goes, because I never had a contract or contractual relationship where my account was authorized to overdraft. And two, they're interfering with my purchasing. All right, they're placing restraints. Apple's placing restraints on my purchasing. And it's violating my right uh, to liberty. All right, so I have free will, just like everybody else, a constitutional right to free will. And right now, Apple's engaging in contractual state action and to deprive me of my free will to contract and to purchase. So, by placing restraints. So, this is what is going on. I try to explain that to Ron on the 7th of April, and the lady who I spoke with on the 5th. So I'm doing it again to here today. I really have no questions for you. I mean, you could explain to me, yeah. I would love to hear, again. But then again, I'm going to tell you, I'm not paying for declined transactions, and like I said, I can prove that they declined. So this is the same pattern practice that Apple's has tried twice already and failed, and they're still trying it again. But in the process, they're causing injury and unjust enrichment and undue interference with my business contract. All right, so this is injuries that I'm suffering from because Apple wants to coerce me out of my right, my contractual right, okay, to make purchases and to a non-overdraft account. So there we have it. Is there anything that you want to add to that?
I will say, I just want to say I'm not, one of Apple's lawyers or anything, so I can't go into anything legal. I can explain to you that our billing, when something comes up as a declined transaction, that doesn't mean that we decline the purchase. That just means that we can't bill for the purchase that's already been received. So when you purchase something from us, especially if it's coming from a third-party source, we pre-approve that because you have a valid payment file, on file. Once we don't actually bill for the item until we get the receipt from that third-party app that tells us how much that purchase was for. Then we bill you either then or sometimes we wait until we have 3 or 4 or more receipts. We put them together and bill in one lump sum.
Hold on, Gail.
It's called a post-paid system.
Gail. Now, I want to address the first two things you said. You just told me Apple's lawyer. You're not Apple's lawyer and can't go into anything legal. This is all legal. You're into it already, whether you realize it or not. I'm going to court with this. I'm not playing. I already filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commissions in regards to that. This issue. And you said it doesn't mean we can't purchase. Just means that Apple can't bill for purchases that's already received. First of all, again, you're doing the same thing that they said that they did on the 5th and the 7th, accusing me of receiving resources. I never received any resources. There was no purchase made. There was no confirmation for the purchase to be made. There was only an authorization that was made and an immediate decline. So as soon as the authorization happened, the client, after the authorization happened, there was an immediate decline. So meaning the next step after authorization is to confirm that you got the resources. Like today, I confirmed that I got the resources. That's what I had to do. Forced to confirm. But however, stating that you can't bill for purchases that that was already received is accusing me same way Ron did and the lady did on the 5th, of receiving resources. Again, I didn't receive any resources for the eighth time. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to repeat it to them, and they still can't get it through their thick skull that I didn't receive any resources. Now, if I have shown them over the screen sharing, that my transactions were declined on the 3rd, then therefore there shouldn't be no issue whether or not um, resources were received. That's what Apple's initiating, consistently accusing me and refusing to look at the evidence that they weren't that the transactions were declined. So you're refusing to look at the evidence, and at the same time accusing me of receiving the resources. So that right there is the problem. You guys are consistently doing that, and they're refusing to look at the evidence. Evidence is my pictures that I have taken while making the purchase to show in the future, just in case you guys do this again. And lo and behold, this is what you do. And then you accuse me of receiving the resources, and then demand that I make a payment for something and create invoices like you did on the 16th or the 14th for the 16th that I make payments for declined transactions. That's nuts. Who in their right mind would do something like that? And I would just like to let you know this conversation is being recorded on my end.
Okay, if it's recorded, I'm pretty much done speaking. I'm here to help you any way I can, but I can't.
Also, after you get caught in the fraud, you want to. Then she hangs up. Look at that. She hangs up. She's all down for committing a fraud, but she hangs up on it.